Hello students, today we will be studying Buckingham pi theorem. In my last lecture I have already discussed about Rayleigh method of solving dimension analysis problem. Today we will be solving a problem from Buckingham pi theorem. Now it is a little bit different from Buckingham Rayleigh method. When the number of parameters in any problem increases by more than 5 or above, then we generally prefer Buckingham theorem, because by using Rayleigh method it becomes little bit complicated and cumbersome. Now I will be explaining you using some numerical. I have already written some part of it because otherwise writing will take time. So the problem is that when a flight is there, aircraft, supersonic aircraft is there, the force which it experiences, the resistance force which it experiences, is a function of length, velocity, density, dynamic viscosity and bulk modulus. And this relationship we need to prove that for a flight, supersonic flight, the resistance force is given by this expression. So what we do is, as first step, what we will do is we will write the dimensions of all the terms. You know the force, the resistance force, the dimension is F equals to mLt minus 2, length L, velocity Lt minus 1, density mL to the power of minus 3, mass upon volume it is. Then dynamic viscosity mL minus 1, T minus 2, T minus 1, and then bulk modulus, it is equals to mL minus 1, T minus 2. Now this is the first step. From first step we can find out that all the three fundamental terms are there or not. Yes, M is there, L is there, T is there. So all the three fundamental terms are there in this 5 or 6 parameters. Okay. Now the total number of parameters. Now we will start our numerical. First we write this, then find out whether mLt exists here. Anywhere it will be, suppose for one time only, then also it will be considered yes. Now number of variables. So this is the equation. I have simply written like this, that function f, l, v, rho, mu and k is equals to 0. Now I have written all the parameters here. So if you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of variable n is equals to 6. Now we already know that fundamental variables, the fundamental terms are 3. So m is 3. That is number of fundamental terms, m is equals to 3. Now in Buckingham pi theorem, number of pi terms, it is equals to, number of pi term is equals to total number of variables minus number of fundamental terms, that is n minus m. So it is 6 minus 3. Therefore pi terms will be equals to 3. 3 pi terms will be there, and then their name will be pi 1, pi 2, pi 3, and we will write this equation now in this form. Function is equals to 0. This is your equation number 1, and this will be your equation number 2. So this is how we will start. Step 1, calculate all the variables, total number of variable, fundamental terms, total number of variable minus fundamental term. Now we will get number of pi terms, pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. Now each pi term, for example I am writing here, each pi term will have 4 parameters. Remember very clearly, each pi term will have 4 parameters. Out of these 4 parameters, 3 will be repeating parameter plus 1 non-repeating. Plus 1 non-repeating parameter. Now out of this 6, you can select any as 3 repeating parameter and 1 non-repeating parameter for pi 1. Then for pi 2 we will have the same 3 repeating parameters, and then the remaining value of say non-repeating parameter. Then pi 3 again we will have the same 3 repeating parameter and then non-repeating parameters. Now let us solve for this numerical. I am solving it for first numerical, first part. So the repeating parameters. Now how to select repeating parameters? It is a $1 million question for this. The idea is, first you will select the simple what you can say parameters, so that you can handle and your calculation becomes easier and faster. Now how to select those? Select one geometrical parameter, second one flow parameter, and third select fluid parameters. Okay. So now I am selecting one geometrical parameter. and writing here A1, L this line, and I am writing here from A. This is my first parameter. Second, I am taking the velocity. This is the flow parameter, and I am raising it by power P1, power giving power B1. Then the third repeating parameter, I am selecting density, rho, because it is the property of fluid. So I am writing here C1. And now, since I have already used this, I will have option of selecting this, and this, any one out of these three for my non-repeating parameters. These all three are repeating parameters. And now I will select, say, force as the non-repeating parameter. This is non-repeating. Here, one thing was very clear. One has to be geometrical parameter, another has to be the flow parameter, and the third has to be the fluid parameter, and fourth you can select anything. Now it is not mandatory that you will have to select this. You can select any three. There is no problem. But this is general guidelines so that your problem becomes easier and you can solve it faster. Now I am removing all this and I am solving for first pi term. I am writing here from here to here. Again writing here pi1 is equals to L to the power of A1, V to the power of B1, rho to the power of C1, and then F. I am removing all this so that I get space on the board. Now solving LHS, the dimensions are M0, L0, T0. Now right hand side, it is length, so dimension of length is L raised to the power of A1. Velocity L T minus 1 to the power of B1. Then density, mass upon volume, M upon L to the power 3, so it is ML minus 3. C1, and force, we know that it is ML T minus 2. Okay. Now compare the terms. M0, L0, T0 is equals to L to the power of A1, L plus B1 minus 3 C1 plus 1. Now this step is very much similar to the Rayleigh method. So first you study Rayleigh method and then you solve pi terms by Rayleigh methods. Okay, this is the Buckingham pi theorem. Now we have next term is mass m to the power of C1 plus 1, and then time t to the power of minus B1 minus 2. So we have on the left hand side M0, L0, T0, on the right hand side L to the power of A1 plus B1 minus 3C1 plus 1, m to the power of C1 plus 1, t to the power of minus B1 minus 2. Now we will compare the power of length, mass and time from left hand side and right hand side. Let us compare. First we compare the t. Here t is 0. So we have 0 is equals to minus B1 minus 2, which indicates that B1 is equals to minus 2. Then we will compare mass. Again on the left hand side it is 0. On the right hand side it is C1 plus 1. Therefore C1 is equals to minus 1. And now we will compare the length term. Here on the right hand side it is 0, and on the left hand side it is 0. On the right hand side it is A1 plus B1 minus 3C1 plus 1. If we replace these values, we have A1 plus minus 2 minus 3 C1 I am replacing by minus 1 plus 1. So it is A1, you can say minus 2 plus 4. So it is therefore A1 is equals to minus 2. So you have found out now B1, C1 and A1. Now if you have done a problem of Rayleigh method, this entire system has been solved by the Rayleigh method only. Now I will be replacing these values over here so that I get my first pi term. So we have pi 1 is equals to L to the power of A1, that is minus 2, V to the power of B1, which is equals to minus 2, and rho to the power of C1, which is equals to minus 1, and F. I will replace it. I want to read these values. Therefore, our first pi term, pi 1 is equals to F divided by, this goes to denominator, V square. This is how we will find our first pi term. Now, by similar method, we will be able to find out our second pi term. I am writing here, it is L to the power of A2, V to the power of B2, rho to the power of C2 and mu. And here you will find A2 is equals to minus 1, B2 is equals to minus 1. Again you have to apply the Rayleigh method. And then C2 is equals to 1, minus 1. So we get pi 2 is equals to mu upon rho VC, rho VL. So this is your pi term. Similarly, you can find out pi 3, and it is equals to K upon rho V square. Now you have all the three pi terms. By similar method you can solve pi 3 also. Pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3 will be solved by similar methods. Now you have pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3. Replace these values in equation number 2. Equation number 2 was phi times pi 1 comma pi 2 comma pi 3 is equal to 0. This was our equation number 2. So now I am replacing here. It is F upon L square V square rho comma mu by rho V L comma K upon rho V square. It is equals to 0. Now I will keep this term on the left hand side, remaining everything on the right hand side. The postulate is that even if you take one data or one parameter or one group of non-dimensional number from left hand side to our right hand side, it is not changing. So what I am doing is F upon rho, it will still remain the non-dimensional number. L square V square rho is equals to phi times mu rho VL comma K rho V square, or this term I will be taking to the right hand side. So F is equals to L square V square rho phi times mu rho VL comma K rho V square. This is what the relationship that was desired. So it is, we can prove. This is a very simple numerical. Practice hard, and if you have any problem you can ask me on the group.